All right, what's going on YouTube? So, really bad weather. If you saw my Instagram post, it's been warm, it's been rainy, but we've got some sort of front, or there's something going on, because our temperature started out probably in the 60s and it's going to drop to the 40s. In the next 3 hours, I'm going to have another 13-degree temperature drop. So I can't sit in the house. All the warm rain is going to flush in and should give me some warmer areas of water to fish. So the first spot I'm gonna go to is the creek by my house that you've seen in a lot of videos. The water's up. It's not chocolate milk though, but it's up. So what I'm thinking is it's at least in the 50s. It's flowing. These fish don't have anywhere to go but in the creek. They're in the current, so these are essentially river fish. If the water's warm enough and they're moving and I don't have chocolate milk, then they should be in any eddies I can find. So I'm gonna go ahead and hike the creek. Low expectations, but if they're there, they're going to be in very specific spots. So I'm gonna hit the creek for a little bit, and then if nothing's going on, I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna go to a pond, and if nothing's going on, I'm gonna go to a lake. Today I'm looking for any fish that bites. And something I need to mention, because this came up in the other video I posted the other day, my hat cam is a Hero Session 4. So the Hero Session, you can't use an external mic. It's got 2 microphones and it picks up audio from whichever one is the best source. But when it's really windy, I can't run a dead kitten, a dead cat or whatever. I can't run an external mic on a Session. On the Session 4, you can't do it. If I had a regular Hero 4 or 5 or something, I could. But so when I have a lot of wind noise, I don't really have an option if I'm using my POV hat cam. So that's what I'm dealing with. Normally this is a trickle, but it's still not as bad as I thought it would be. This is gonna be really rough. This is all clay and it's already caking in my boots. I have no traction. It's pretty cool. There's a whole lot of effort for one fish, or no fish, possibly. It kind of looks like there might be some sort of animal trail I'm on that's right up here. Yeah, beaver. I'm on a beaver trail. See that? I'm on a beaver trail. I don't have a gun. I don't mess with beavers. Beaver will tear you open. Of all the things you learn, watch out for in the woods. Comment below if any of you had no idea that a beaver is something you really need to watch out for in the woods. See right there? See the seam on the bubbles? Like, this is a current break, but that's really the first eddy that I found coming down this creek. Check this out, guys. What this is a creek that a beaver dammed up. So look how much water I have from a creek. Now, there's a beaver hut and there's a beaver hut, and I don't have a weapon. So we're gonna be real slick with it, because beavers will ball you up bad. They'll come out of the water and chase you. Oh, look at that. I was getting bit. I thought that I felt grass. Look, guys, my pincers are gone. I was getting bit. I was getting bit. I don't even know where it was. I felt it a couple times. It wasn't a thump or anything. I just felt like I was pulling the bait through grass, and I waited, and then the sensation went away. Something pulled my claws off my trailer. I don't have any more trailers on me. I didn't anticipate that. Yeah! First fish. No. No. Yeah, my camera was running. I don't care how small this fish is. First fish 2018 on a jig. A yig fish. Oh, look, he's got red lips. Oh, mwah. Check it out, check it out. Oh, y'all don't, oh my God. Oh my God. On a jig, baby. On a jig. Got my thumbnail, bye baby. Woo! With no claws on the jig. Spot number 1 was a success. So we're going, I don't know where I'm going now. I could go to the city and try to catch another trout. Kind of like, on that. I know I'm going to the Office Park pond to try to catch a crappie. I don't know about the trout. They're not that far apart. I might do it, but I'm kind of over the trout thing. Wasted $25 for a license. All right, I'm back. I decided to come over here and try my luck catching another trout. I'm only spending, what time is it? It's 12:42. I'm only spending an hour at the absolute most, an hour and 30 minutes at this lake. I haven't got one yet. I really don't feel like I'm gonna get one, but I paid for the license, so I'm gonna keep trying. I already see there are 5 cormorants on this small little lake already. 5. We're only talking a couple acres. They dumped all those trout in here, and I think that these birds are just eating them all up. So all they probably did was feed the birds. All right, I'm trying to block the camera from the wind. I've got the worst wind possible for what I'm trying to do with these trout. It's blowing from the top of the lake straight down to the bottom. So every side of the lake right now has got wind on it. And the wind picks up another 5 miles an hour. I guarantee you this little bitty lake will have white caps on it. So again, I told y'all at the start that I was dealing with a weather change, dropping 20 degrees or something crazy. So don't care, I'm off work and I got a fish. So I haven't gotten a bite yet, and I really don't know how much longer, I'm trying to shield the camera, how much longer I can stay out here. It's kind of hard to talk because my lips are really cold. I can barely feel my hands. The weather has really changed. It's a steady wind, about 15 to 20, gusts over 20, and it's cold. I've got another jacket in the car because I knew it was going to get cold, but where I'm at right now, there's no break from the wind. I'm floating a jig underneath a thill slip float, and I've tipped it with some gulp. I've varied my depth from a foot to 2 feet, just trying to keep it kind of close to the bottom. I've watched the cormorants eat about 5 of them in front of me, but I'm not getting a bite, so I don't know what to do. These should be dumb trout, right? I mean, they're hatchery trout. They should be stupid, but they're outsmarting me. So next time I see y'all, if I don't get a fish, I'll be in the car. All right, I had to call it. I could not stand out there anymore. I was trying to cast and I couldn't work my bail. My hands are that cold. I couldn't work the bail on my spinning reels. So I'm talking with a lisp, can't work my bail. You gotta know when to call it. That was very cold. You start losing motor function, that's a little rough. So what I'm doing now, I'm gonna take this coat off, stay in the car for a little while. I'm actually gonna drive to another pond and try for crappie. But when I get to the other pond, because our temperature has dropped so much from this morning, the rain stopped and the temperature started plummeting. I'm actually gonna put, I got a fleece. I'm gonna put a fleece on, and then I'm gonna put that jacket on top of the fleece, and we're gonna rock that at the next one. But real quick, I want to show you guys what I was using to not catch trout. Maybe y'all know how to catch trout, and you can look at what I'm doing and tell me that I'm an idiot or something. But Got a Thill slip float. Thill is, I don't know, I love their bobbers. Their bobbers are consistent. They're good. I really like them. So it's a Thill slip float. Got a knot tied up there. It's PE. This is my slider rod. I tied it to a leader, a 4-pound test leader. And then I've got this little jig hanging underneath it. And I'll probably have to put a still of it up on my Instagram, whatever, but it's a really, 16th ounce head, but it's got feathers, and they're wet, so they're together. But it's a little feather jig with some mylar in it. And I mean, it's really decent. I really like the jig. Good action in the water, good weight, really pretty colors, very subtly tied. I really feel like it's going to catch some fish, but I found this at the show in January at the Fishing Expo. Sure Strike was the brand. I don't know if that's a small local brand or what the deal is, but it's a cool looking jig in the water. It's got really nice action and moves really easily, and that's why I tried it for today. I had a lot of wave action, cold water. It didn't seem to help though. Should have helped, but it didn't. So I'm gonna cut the camera off. I'm gonna drive across the other side of town. I might stop and get a bag of chips or something to drink. No, this is not sponsored by Wawa, but this body is fueled by coffee. So I'm at the other pond. I stopped at Wawa. I got some sugary donuts to get a sugar rush and some carbs, and I got some cheese sticks, and I got coffee. Right this minute, I feel warm. We got the heat on high. I was cold. So I'm getting ready to go out here. I always feel kind of nervous because people are in there working. And they lease office space from these buildings. But I don't want security to come out and bother me. Nobody has ever bothered me. I've been fishing here for 20 years. But I just don't want to have that one day where somebody has an issue and they're just feeling like a butt and want to come out and say something. So, but I'm getting ready to go out here. I've got some windbreak. Still gonna be a little breezy. I can see the fountain getting blown that way, but it's not nowhere near as bad as where we just were. And there are no cormorants out here. There's no trout either, but there's no cormorants. So right now I'm trying to catch a ring perch or a crappie. That's what I'm trying to catch. And the rain is coming back. Extra cold. So temperatures dropped. Car's reading 47 degrees. So 47 degrees with a 25 mile per hour wind is 30 something degrees at best. So that's why my hands went numb at the other spot. But I can talk. My upper lip isn't frozen. So let's get after it, see if we can catch a fish. Got my jig underneath this slip cork, and something's fooling with it. So when the weight comes off of your bobber, it'll lay flat. So it's already laid flat, and then it kind of like plucked, like just rings went from it. And you can see now it's on the waves, but there's nothing going on. So it was definitely something fooling with it. All right, I'm back in the car, and the swan is back again. That thing does not like me. So I was considering driving around to the other side of the pond. You can hear my speech is slurring again. And trying over there in the deeper water by there's a couple culvert pipes that come in, but that's it. I fought the good fight, and I am freezing. I just spent about an hour walking around the pond without even a bite. Used gulp maggots tipped on jigs. Used that feather jig below a bobber. I threw a finesse jig around for a while. No definite thumps or ticks or anything. So we're deep into this weather change. It's still cloudy, but the temperatures dropped significantly. The winds picked up, so the weather's already changed. So middle of winter, well, actually not the middle of winter because these trees are budding. So the winter's ending here. It's ending. So, but it's too brutal. I did what I could. I'm gonna take it to the house. So appreciate you watching. If it's your first time here, please remember to subscribe. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, hey, leave a comment and tell me why you didn't subscribe. So I'd appreciate it. All feedback is welcome. But turn some of you guys that are watching that aren't subscribed into subscribers. So let me know. See you guys on the next one.